Tom Westley salvages crucial draw for Essex at Edgbaston. A week that started with Essex sitting proudly at the top of Division 1 is set to come to a close with the league leaders slipping into second place. The only question remaining appears to be just how far behind Somerset they'll be. That will be determined by a multitude of factors, not least how they fare in the remainder of their first innings on the fourth and final day of play at Edgbaston. When the third day was brought to a close, the side were on 278 for 6 in reply to the hosts' 517, with just 9 overs left before the bonus points cut-off and 20 runs left to get before they earned another for their batting. If one man was going to help dig Essex out of a hole, it was Tom Westley. His century had kept Essex ticking along and would lead the charge as his side resumed on the fourth day of play. He'd lose Wheater early on, caught by Hayne at short leg off Patel. Palmer followed 2 balls later, bowled by a sharply turning off break, his leg stump taken out of the ground, the Bears' skipper now with 5 to his name. Beard would stick with Westley, but the pair would fall 1 run short of picking up another batting bonus point. The magic number for them was now 367 runs to avoid the follow-on. But hopes of avoiding it would take a serious blow when Westley's magnificent innings came to an end. Brooks got one to nip back, and his off-stump was removed as the Essex man looked to leave, out for 141. Those fears were confirmed with just 4 runs added to the total. Patel with his 6th wicket of the innings, Banks with a smart take at short gully, Essex all out for 324, Warwickshire enforcing the follow-on with their opponents 193 runs behind on a wicket that looked like it was turning. Essex were now in damage control mode, batting to save the game and avoid an unthinkable defeat. But their task would be made harder just 4 balls into their second innings. Nick Brown had batted so well for his first innings 65, but he'd be unable to repeat the feat, Garrett finding the edge and Banks taking another low catch well. Tom Westley may very well have kept his pads on, returning to the middle so soon after getting out for 141 in the first innings. But he and Sir Alistair Cook found some control and guided their side through to lunch without further loss. Despite that early wicket, the match reverted to type. Only 21 wickets had fallen in almost 4 days of play at Edgbaston, and in conditions more akin to early July than September, Cook and Westley settled in. As they moved on to triple figures, Cook picked up a 50, the former England captain reaching it in typically patient style. Westley's followed in the next over, both men batting at the same watchful speed. The session belonged to the visitors. They reached tea at 117 for 1, still trailing by 76. Fears of defeat diminishing, but not dismissed. It would be more of the same at the resumption of play, Westley now taking the opportunity to attack the Bears' bowlers and play his shots. That saw him quickly race into the 90s, the Bears' belief beginning to slip. Westley wouldn't make it to a second match 100 though. He'd be caught by Patel off Lamb, 3 runs short of his ton. He'd done his job and saved the game for Essex. Bears captain Patel offered the handshake 5 balls later, both teams agreeing to the draw. Warwickshire's mammoth first innings total, anchored by Lamb's maiden first-class century, had ensured they'd avoided a defeat that could see their threat of relegation prolonged into the penultimate week of the Specsavers County Championship. The result confirms the long-expected relegation of winless Nottinghamshire. Essex owe Tom Westley. His batting had saved the match, but more importantly, it had kept them in the title race. Their 2-point advantage over Somerset has given way to an 8-point deficit, but with 2 matches left to go, there is all still to play for. Their title rivals arguably have the tougher fixtures, with a difficult-to-read Ageas Bowl wicket waiting for them next, while Essex hosts Surrey at Chelmsford. It looks like we should be heading for a top 2 final day clash to decide who is crowned 2019 Specsavers County Championship winners.